What is up guys, it's your boy, I don't clean my room often enough, and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be showing you guys how to make a few snare rolls for your aggressive trap beats, I suppose. These can work with any types of beats if you know how to use them, so without any further ado, let's just jump into it. So I spent quite a little bit of time trying to prep for the video, trying to figure out a few patterns. I've got a few, so let's just listen to them. I don't know how to melee rock. So as you can hear, there are quite a few of snare rolls. So let's just break them down and see how easy they are to make. So the first pattern that I came up with was originally just a stacking pattern, just so overall the snare sounds more punchy and more full. It sounds pretty normal until the end. Initially I didn't know what to do with this one, but I decided to spice it up a bit. So what I did was basically adding the same note that I used before, but on the last beat of the last bar, which is the fourth bar for me. And then I selected it by using Control, and then I pressed Alt and U, and I had the time multiplicator knob nearly all the way to the left. Just from the get-go, we already did what I did before. But it's gonna be really loud because, it's a lot of snares one after each other. So all I did was play with the velocity a little bit just so they're not as, in your face. So the second one actually pans to the right. If you want to do the same thing, you can simply change the control option to note pan. You can select these specific notes so you won't affect the other ones by mistake. And all you gotta do is just drag them like this. Make sure they look decent so they sound good as well. So now let's go over to the second one. This one is a little bit more fun. If you ask me, this has to be probably my favorite. And this one can go really well. It might sound absurd, but you can actually use this as some form of counter melody, because I feel like this could be very melodic if you knew how to use it. Let's see how it sounds like. So it might sound bland as it is right now because I didn't really put too much time to actually follow a melody because I don't even have one to begin with. But this one is really nice if you ask me. So it's using the same method. I didn't pan this one, so it's even easier. So once again, you just need to create a new note, select it, Alt U, and then play with the time multiplicator so it's not as stuttery. And then you just play with the velocity and you find the notes that are right for your track. So, I really suggest with this specific snare you can go either really high or either really low, because I don't know, this snare has something special when it comes to the low notes. I don't know, it's just nice. Now the third one, it's actually used in a lot of, I would say 2013, 2014 like hybrid trap songs, and this is usually used before a switch up or a bridge or something, and it goes for longer than what I actually have right now. You've probably heard it before, and it usually starts high and then it goes lower, so you would have something, I don't know, it would keep on going low, probably for either 2 bars or 4, depending on how long you want it, but it would normally sound something like this. The reason why I didn't have it go for as long was because it was kind of fighting with the other snare rolls, and then again this was more of a showcase rather than an actual structured beat. But how actually do you do this? Let's just mirror what we have here. So you'll need a simple one-step note, one more like this. So now what you need to do is actually highlight the first note and then press Alt U once again, and now tweak the knob until the note is divided by 4. So like this. And now we're actually gonna get rid of the last note. So we got this. And now all you gotta do is just highlight them, hold Shift, and then move them like this. Now this is done in multiple ways, but this is the one that I'm more comfortable with because I've done this before. But I think you can do it in triplets somehow. I'm not exactly sure on how to do that, but you can do it in a lot of ways. Okay, it's me from the future. I just realized how to do it in triplets and it was way easier than I was imagining. So you just need to change snapping the grid to 1/3 of a step and then simply place them like this. and that's it. And just keep on going lower with them, you know, as you would. So like this. I don't know why I didn't realize while recording the video, but now you know. Now let's go over to the last one, which is actually quite interesting because I haven't done this before necessarily. And if you recall my Plug 808 tutorial, which is how to do this basically, I basically tried doing the same thing with the snare, but with more notes. So I actually followed the same note that the Plug 808 was on, but like 2 octaves lower, because the snare would sound like this. And instead of having only one note with a slide, I actually only had 3 notes, like normal notes, and they sound like this. Same effects, minus the reverb, but overall it doesn't sound as bad as I was expecting it to sound like, so I'm kind of satisfied with it. Now you know how to make a few snare rolls. Now I hope you guys managed to learn something from this video. If you did, please subscribe to my channel and smash that like button. I hate saying that phrase, but yeah, it was your boy Gunsoww, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye my drum kits.